This here is our unique item we created. Hasn't really got much to do with the genre of the film, but it's just nice and it's really unique and suits the personality of the group. Right now you can hear our unique soundtrack. We created this on GarageBand, and it suits our target audience's standard and fits in with the genre of the film, which is a slasher, as you can hear by its creepy rhythm and slow pace. Also, the typography we chose suits the genre, as it looks sharp and jagged like blades. It's also red with flashing images, which endorses fear, confusion, and shock to the audience. This particular mid-shot really shows how we use the mise-en-scène to present our protagonist. You see by his dark cloak that he doesn't wish to be seen, and we show only half his face in the shot, which gives an element of mystery to the audience and works well yet again with our genre. We use a particular strobe light which gives an element of confusion and disorientation to the audience. The prop we used as a weapon was an axe, as this is very stereotypical and iconic for a slasher film. We show the protagonist being very nurturing and caring with the axe, which hints psychotic tendencies to the audience. As for the setting itself, we chose a dark garage. This is generally associated with hiding things away and keeping things secret, which works well with the genre again. This close-up in particular really shows the expressionless, ruthless look on our masked killer's face, a masked killer being very iconic for a slasher film. In this case we based him on the protagonist from the classic slasher Halloween.
A body was discovered last night.
We use this radio report to piece together the narratives and then foreshadow future scenes throughout the opening.
He was attacked and brutally murdered by the ex-murderer who was still at large.
We took this idea from the opening to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they do something similar.
It is believed that the indictment is only one of a series to be handed.
Are they really trying hard enough?
This distorted whistle is meant to be an iconic piece of the film and links with our theme of murder on the train tracks and that sort of general idea. This mid-shot clearly shows our character's mise-en-scène. We made him wear a hoodie and a flat cap, which represents an average teenage boy, which infers his arrogance and carelessness throughout the film. Having a teenager as a character in a slasher film is common, as they are considered careless and ignorant, meaning they are often easy victims, which is also quite true in real life. Also, the primary consumers of slasher films are teenagers and young people, meaning that they can sympathise with the character. Also, throughout this entire sequence we added a dark shaded filter using Premiere Pro. This shading makes the setting seem more gloomy, thus working with our genre. We used a large variety of fast-paced cutting shots to show the panic and intensity of the situation. These vary from mid-shots to over-the-shoulder shots to tracking and panning. This offers an interesting perspective for the audience. In particular, we were very fond of this close-up of the shoe squelching in the mud. This shot was also very popular with our target audience and those we did our audience testing on. At this point you may have noticed that the incidental soundtrack has been cut. This is so the audience can infer that something is about to happen. Also, the shot fades in and out to add an element of confusion and disorientation. The camera also tracks quickly around his face and shows his confusion as he looks around all confused and scared, thus foreshadowing his impending doom. This high-angle mid-shot clearly shows the antagonist about to kill the character. We made sure this shot was very quick to shock the audience. We also instead used an echoey boom instead of the original sounds from this shot. We took this as if it was from the victim's perspective. We use this close-up of the victim's face to show the audience that he has been slain. This can be inferred from the lifeless look on his face and the blood seeping from his. This shot is only shown very briefly and does not give away too many secrets about the later plot. Also, to try and stay on our target age certificate, we didn't show too much gore.